is mighty sweet. Liberty sows its seed at Farpoint Farms.
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains, North Carolina. Today, check this thing out. This is the Newair 48-quart portable electronic car, fridge, and freezer. If you follow the channel, you know that I'm into solar and off-grid stuff. And if you follow the channel really closely, you'll see that I have done 2 reviews of thermo-coolers, right? Those are coolers that use a kind of a chip that helps cool stuff down. It won't get it to freezing, it'll only get it about 30 degrees lower than ambient temperature. This, however, is a full-fledged freezer and fridge. And this is going to be for the bus, although not just the bus. You know, we're doing that Volkswagen camper conversion. And so I wanted something other than just a regular cooler that would run off the solar. But there's so many more uses than that. If we have a power outage and we need to preserve our food, well, here's a way to do that, at least some of it anyway. So it's got a lot of applications. I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up. I've read about these things. This is the first one I get to review. I'm really excited about it because I really wanted one of these things. So I'm really kind of happy that I get to check one of these things out. Let's open it up. Got the knife Dallas sent me. Dallas, I swear I use this thing every day, all day. And here we go. It's a big boy. All right, here it is. And oops, check it out. It's even got the Energy Star ratings on this. And let's go ahead, I'll read that off to you. It says estimated yearly operating cost $24, which is on the very low end of things. 196 kilowatt hours estimated yearly electrical use. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome specs there, to be honest with you. Set that aside, I don't want to hang on to that. And what we got here, if you look on the back, is we got wheels. So we can drag that thing around fairly easily, loaded or not. The case is a really heavy-duty plastic, and we do have a carrying handle, so if I wanted to lift it completely up, it has a nice heavy-duty handle here. Looks like on this side, there's a bottle opener, which is kind of interesting. Got some cup holders here on top. And then on this side, where the handle is, there is our control panel for operating, what temperature to put it at and whatnot. It also looks like, right there it has a USB port, so you could also charge off of it, apparently. All right, let's open this thing up. It's got a pretty nice latch here that opens. And once it's opened up, and I'm going to go ahead and tilt this thing so you can see it, but let me go ahead and get this out. What we have here is our freezer tray. Nice. And then a much deeper refrigerator tray. Looks like we got some accessories here. And so I love the fact that, one of the things with any fridge or freezer is if it's a deep freeze or a chest style freezer like this, or fridge, the stuff at the bottom gets hard to get to, but having these nice removable trays certainly seems nice. Looks like we have a place here. Oh, a cutting board. Pretty cool. I don't know what that is. That's just a sealed top, I guess. It says here, stop, please read. Should you have any questions regarding the unit setup or issues of its performance, please call us prior to returning it. And it has, warranty, basically, talking about that. Cool. Let's open up this little box here. Okay. I was wondering about this. So it does have a 12-volt brick that allows us to operate this thing off of 120-volt power. And then it also has a 12-volt cigarette lighter input, so we can operate it off of that as well. So that's pretty nice. And then we've got our manual here. All right, so we've got our warranty card here. This is to register it and get the warranty. And then we have a pretty nice looking manual. 48 quart, which is big. Now what we're going to use this for is we're placing this between the two seats of our our bus. So it's going to sit right in the middle there. Cup holders and stuff we can use while we're driving. And of course, lots of space. So we're going to take the existing cooler that's in the bus and we're going to use that as just storage, probably dry food storage. Spec-wise, let's see, 12 volt / 24 volt. And that is beautiful. Also solar input of 12 to 50 volts. USB charging is 5 volts at 1 amp. Power consumption, 60 watts. This is interesting. The thermo-cooler, which is half the size of this thing that I use, takes 72 watts to operate. So this, a real fridge freezer with a compressor and Freon and everything else going through it, actually consumes less power than a thermo-cooler, which is not what I would have expected. It is 41 pounds, and it is 28 inches by 18 inches by 20 inches, so pretty darn cool there. And then there's a whole bunch of safety warnings and whatnot. Okay, I've got this thing hooked up here. I've got it just plugged into house power, which again, I wasn't sure. I thought this was just going to be a 12 or 24 volt, and that kind of limits its use at home. But it comes with that inverter, so that is beautiful. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and power it on. And here we are with our readings. You can see it does have the ability to measure how much power is coming in as far as it converts it. So right now, 14 volts. If your car is running, 13.5 to 14.5 is beautiful. Right? Hear the fan kick on. And we have, looks like our different compartments. So I would say that's our fridge compartment. Let's go ahead and lower that down. Maybe 37. And on the freezer side here, max temperature, let's lower that down. Oh, we'll make it a maximum of 40 degrees, okay? Then we'll change it over again. And we can change that down, -4. Wow, I love that. I'll leave that there. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. So we can turn it on or off. But I'm going to leave it on. And let's go over to the other side. I'll show you where the plugs are for this. There is a direct solar connection. This I was not aware when I ordered this thing, was that it has a built-in inverter so you can do solar charging directly, which is really cool. Think about that. You could have this thing without a separate inverter, without a separate charge controller, without a separate battery, just straight off of solar. And that'll give you, you know, daylight hours of operation. As long as you don't open this thing up overnight, your food should stay cold. And so that's really cool. Let's take a look at that. All right, here we are on the business end of things. You can feel just a little bit of airflow coming out of the vents, blowing off. That the noise you're hearing, like I would not have a problem sleeping with that, you know, inches from my face, which is pretty much what we're going to be doing. So here is our either our 12 volt / 24 connection, and in this case we also have that hook into our inverter here, which comes with it, the power pack. And then this right here, here's our solar plug. So we have the ability to run this straight off of solar, which I just love. Our hook is here to pick it up. Our bottle opener is here, and it is an LG compressor, which is really nice. And I'll go ahead and open it up and show you down inside up close here. Got a nice positive latch there, and I love it. It lights up. Got these little LED lights here. Here's our trays. There's a drain for moisture. Freezer side of thing. And to give you an idea of the size, I mean, you could fit. I'm gonna use a very odd measurement, but I would say about 4 of your beautiful TV dinners would fit side by side in there. And in this, I mean, a case of soda, some definitely, you know, a gallon of milk, and then some stuff packed around the side of it easily. I mean, look at how deep that is. It goes up, you know, probably foot and a half deep at least, and well insulated. You can see the thickness here, so really nice. Here's our cutting board that comes off. That's kind of cool, and there's that positive clamp. All right. Well, as you can see, the temperature, 50 degrees and 51. We'll go ahead. I'll let this thing run for a little while, and we'll come back and check it out. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab some food and throw it in there, and then we'll check it out with the food in there. Let's see what it is in the inside. Wow. 28.9 degrees on the freezer side. Let's see here. Yeah, it kind of fluctuates a bit. There we go. About 40 degrees. So already really close to our target temperatures on both sides. Now our water here, that hasn't changed a whole lot. It's still 67. So about a 5-degree drop. But remember, when you're cooling off items, it takes a whole lot longer to cool the item than it does to cool the cooler. So I'm going to let it run. I've got some tractor work to do today. I'm going to let that do its thing. And we'll come back and check it and see how long it takes for that water to get cold. All right, here we are about 4 hours later. And I'll just go ahead and pull the water out. We'll see how cold that is. Yeah, so I had it set to 44. And it's already down to about 48. So not bad. I can't wait to use this thing. This is going to be an awesome addition to the farm. An awesome addition to my preps, and an awesome addition to our new camper van. Thanks to Newair, and I'll leave a link to where I got this thing, but I appreciate them sending that my way. Take care.